Good morning, students. Myself Mahendra Saini, faculty from Civil Engineering Department. I would like to teach you today an important topic about wind and seismic analysis. We have already discussed about this topic. This is an important subject of a sixth semester, in which we will discuss today the performance of masonry building in earthquake. As you know that there are two types of building we are considering. One is masonry structure and other one is RC frame buildings. RC frame structures means reinforced concrete structures. Okay. So in this slide we are discussing about the failure of various masonry buildings because of the following reasons it may occur. First one is the material is brittle. Its strength degrades due to repetitive loadings. Okay. Second one is masonry has very low tensile strength and low shear strength, especially with poor mortars. The meaning of this line is this, that masonry has very low strength. The masonry we are using, if very low tensile strength and low shear strength due to the poor mortar. Okay, so it liable to be collapse, so it liable to be damage in the masonry structure. Okay. Third point is masonry has great weight because of thick wall. Okay, because the density, specific gravity of the stone using in the masonry are very heavy weight, so the inertia force are large. Okay. Next point is large stiffness of the material. As you know that large material has large stiffness, which leads to large response to earthquake waves of short natural period. Next point is the wall to wall connection. The wall to wall connection and roof to wall connection is generally weak. As you generally know that the bonding between wall to wall, in case of where wall is constructed by using stones, relatively wall as compared to the RC frames, and roof to wall, as roof is made up of concrete and wall is made up of stone, so bonding is not proper. Because of this, connection is generally weak. Next one is in masonry construction, stress concentration occurs at corners of doors and windows. We can see this point in general practical view, that mainly cracks will occur in the high stress concentration zones, and mainly in case of masonry construction. Okay. To avoid this damage, we have to provide slab in the sill and lintel part of the door and windows to avoid or to expand the crack, from sill to other part or lintel to other part. Next point is poor construction quality because of use of locally available materials and unskilled labor. If we use in the construction the locally available material not of enough stiffness, enough quality measures, or as per the specification given in the codes. And generally in if we use in the construction unskilled labor that they don't know about how to construction joints are provided, how to we provide general thickness of wall, thickness of plaster used in inner as well as outer part. So these are the main reasons by which masonry get failure. Okay, there are some failure mechanism of masonry buildings. A masonry building may fail in various ways given in below in point wise form during earthquake forces or under the action of the earthquake forces. As you know that earthquake forces occur in the vertical as well as horizontal shaking, in the form of horizontal and vertical shaking. Okay, some of the common modes of failures are: number one is out of plane failure, next one is in plane failure, okay, next one is connection failure, another is diaphragm failure, next one is failure due to opening in walls, and next one last one is non-structural components failure. Okay, so let we discuss one by one the each common modes of failure. Okay, starting from out of plane failure. So in the out of plane failure, the forces acting on the mass of the wall tends to overturn it. Okay, out of plane. Okay, second point is the seismic resistance of the wall is by virtue of its weight and tensile strength of mortar, and it is very small. Next one is this wall will collapse by overturning under the ground motion. Third point, it is said that the seismic resistance of the wall due to its weight is very small. Okay, because of its weight, mortar is strength of the tensile strength of mortar is very low. That's why collapse may be take place due to overturning under the ground motion. Okay, next point is the wall has very less resistance in this direction due to small depth. Okay, next one is the bending of the wall. The bending of the wall results in development of tensile stresses. Next one is the masonry is very weak in tension, hence it cracks. Okay, so due to low seismic resistance against of walls against earthquake, the bending of the wall will take place and development of tensile stresses will also take place. So that's why the masonry is very weak in tension. Okay, because it acts in a compression nature, hence it cracks may develop. The cracking can lead to full or partial collapse of the wall. Okay, so this if cracks are very deep, then it can damage the wall of the masonry construction. Okay, it may be collapse, it may be cracking fully or partially. Okay, this type of failure is called out of plane failure. So all parts we have discussed, all types of failure occurs in the masonry structures we have discussed. These all are known as or lies under out of plane failure. Okay, so this type of failure generally occur in the earthquake. Thank you. Thank you very much.